Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. It's our Christmas Eve special race tonight. We are heading to Marina Bay for round 16 of the Singapore Grand Prix. So yeah, hope you're all getting yourself ready for Christmas. It's Christmas Eve for those of you who are watching the replay of this. So I hope you've enjoyed your Christmas. We will be streaming on Christmas Day as well. All through the Christmas period actually. There is a schedule of when the races will go live on the channel on the community tab. So feel free to check that out so you know what time, because there will be some slightly different times across the week. But yeah, tonight, round 16, we're heading to Singapore, and this is going to be, I think, a pretty rough race. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Our car is really not suited for this circuit. I mean, we've had some really strong results, but the car has been in a really good window. You know, the tracks have had a lot of high-speed areas. Not really so many on this circuit. There's a few, but there's a lot more slow and medium speed, which is where we are definitely weak. So I'm not expecting us to be challenging for points tonight. If we can, that would be glorious, but I'm trying to be realistic here. Let's get some targets set for tonight. So the incentive, one car into Q2. I am just going to stick with that because I don't know if Oscar is back on form or if last night was a bit of an aberration in terms of qualifying. I'm going to go one in the top 15, again just playing it safe. Not going to go for Q3 in terms of the target. Obviously we're going to try and get into Q3, but we're not going to guarantee it. Finish position, one in the top 12, maybe. Certainly don't think we'll be able to get the fastest lap around this circuit, given the inherent weaknesses of our car for this particular circuit. We have got the opportunity to start a new streak though. For finish position, we can play it nice and safe. We're going to go one car in the top 15 for 5 races. It's not that adventurous. In fact, let's make it 14th again. It's not the most adventurous of targets, but it's a lower risk target for a streak, and it will bring in just over $1 million. So any extra money at this stage is going to be, very much welcome. And I did have a little bit of a thought about a potential dilemma tonight at the end of last night's stream. Do I put myself into debt to get the new engine component and gearbox components for Oscar for the rest of this season? Because this is a circuit where he could maybe fight through. It's definitely a possibility. I just don't know if I want to take the risk of getting into debt, given our standing with the board. Let's see, it's the 6th of September, so we've got a long way to go until our next board payment. Take a look at the calendar. So we would get maybe 2.5, maybe 3 million in total for this race in terms of payouts, which means we'd still be in debt here. We've got research coming up that would free up a slot for us to do more development, but if we are in debt we wouldn't be able to do that. Then we've got Suzuka, and then theoretically we should be just about able to clear that debt by here, but there's no guarantees. And then again we've got another research project opening up. I mean, this would be an ideal place to take that penalty, but I think financially it's not worth it, because like I say, it stops us from doing that research. It stops us from maybe doing another research project here potentially. We've got Qatar coming up. Maybe it's better to wait until after Qatar. Let's see, we've got Kota, and then Mexico, and then Sao Paulo, and then we've got obviously Vegas and Abu Dhabi after that. That's a sprint weekend. That's a sprint week. No, so that's a normal weekend. That's a sprint weekend. Yeah, it's and obviously Qatar is a sprint weekend as well. So I don't know. Maybe we have to wait till after Qatar for Kota. Again, we've got another design there. That's our suspension, so we need to make sure we have money available. By the time we get to here, we'll have a new board payment through as well. So, much as I would like to get the penalty out the way now, I think the smarter option would be just to wait. So, we'll see how we go. Right, off to Singapore.
Our Formula One season continues here, in the Republic of Singapore. The Marina Bay Street Circuit is lit up and ready for action, looking like some sort of scene from a science fiction movie. But the competition is real, and nothing else can deliver quite like Formula One. The bumpy street surfaces here make this a challenging circuit for the drivers, and the humidity causes them to lose as much as 3 kilos over the course of a race. But it's also tough on the cars, with 23 corners to tackle each and every lap. Good low-speed downforce will make all the difference here. The previous Grand Prix saw Sergio Perez pass the checkered flag in first place. There's no doubt that the Mexican will be eyeing up his next podium finish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
So, good evening, Baron, Victor, Derek, Mr. Water. Good to see you guys. Let's get our cars prepped and ready for practice. What parts can we swap out? Can I get away with that engine? I think I can just about get away with that one. And it's a bit risky. I'm going to stick with this ERS unit for this session, but we'll switch to that one for the next one. A little bit less mileage, and we'll have to go with that gearbox. There we go. Setup for Liam. Let's go with a 7, 15.5, a 9.1, a 2.7, and a 0.9. Go with that. We want to go 17 laps here at Marina Bay. Right, on to Oscar. Go with the 16% engine. We'll go with the 12% ERS and the 39% gearbox. Go. So again, 17 laps, drop those settings, and what setting do I want to put on this car? Let's go a little bit different. 8.5 on the front, and 15.5 on the rear, a 7.3, a 2.75, and a 1. There we go. Alright, we are ready for practice. So yeah, with poor low speed, pretty poor medium speed, and pretty poor dirty air, this is going to be a very, very painful race, I think. It is a race of attrition, though. There are usually quite a few retirements here, or at least, you know, damaging incidents that can maybe hamper someone's pace, or at least force them to pit for replacement wings. You know, safety cars are definitely something that happen here on a more regular basis than other circuits. So maybe there's a chance for us to move up the order with some clever strategy. But looking at this, with a critical eye, I think if we can get both cars in the top 15, that'll be an achievement tonight, I think. Give it a Farrah.
Crash into 9. So
Right,
look
we've
for
got
Tauri
an
there.
89% start and a 97. Very nice.
How's the car?
And of course we have got a wet quali, or the potential for a wet quali as well, so that could shake things up a little bit. We're not going to be the slowest here tonight, but we're certainly not going to be quick. Car. Roll bar needs to change. Let's go to an 8.2. Let's push the front wing up a bit. Let's go to an 8 on the front wing. That's probably a little bit too much actually. Let's go to a 7.5. Oh, actually, maybe. Yeah, maybe that'll do. We'll try that. What do I need to do for Oscar? Just the front wing. Alright, so let's pull that down to an 8. There we go. I think we'll be adding a couple of new setups to the book tonight, potentially. Once again, no rookies on the track today. The only one I've seen that I remember seeing this season so far is Vashaw, which was, I think, at Spa. I don't think it was last night. I think it was at Spa. Might have been Zandvoort. I don't remember seeing another rookie get a spin behind the wheel this season. Evening, Hedgehog. Alright, so we've improved Lawson up to a 94 from an 89. That's pretty good. Can we get the 100 here with Oscar? Or was it a 9 for the front wing? No, it was the right one. Excellent stuff. Alright, we are just a little off across the board. So I'll try that little correction there. See if that works. And let me check this against the book. Okay, so got an 8. 15.5. 7.3. 2.8. And a 1. There we go. Might help if I actually prep them properly. So let's see. Let's go 24 laps. Should do. There we go. Pace settings. Check the car parts as well. Make sure that they'll actually get through. I can get away with dropping down to that ERS now, I think. All good there.
Green light, green light.
Evening F1 clips. We got it right this time with Lawson. Nearly 97, so another slight improvement, even in Marcel. Anyone getting something nice for Christmas? Nope. I kind of treated myself. You know, birthday and Christmas pretty close together. I bought a couple of games. So I've got, you know, as you know, God of War Ragnarok and Jedi Last Survivor to play through, and that's going to be my my Christmas day playing those, I think. Yeah, they'll keep me entertained for a while. I'm plodding my way through the PS4 version of Dark Descent at the moment. About halfway through my first playthrough, trying to pick up some of the more difficult to achieve trophies, and then I'll do my hardcore playthrough after that to pop all the difficulty trophies. Alright, practice 2 is done. Nice and straightforward weekend so far. All Alonso with a penalty. Right, oh, very wet. Okay, definitely need to swap out the ERS now, unfortunately. I don't think I can get away with that one. It's served us well. And I'm going to push that up to an 8. Or was that an 8 already? No, it was a 7, wasn't it? Or was it? I think it was already. It was a 7 originally, which we pushed up to an 8. To a 7.5. So yeah, I'm going to go to an 8, which means that does need to be about there. Pull that back one as well. We'll try that. And I'm going to go 20 laps of fuel this time. Even horrific. Right, it's going to start on full wets and then very, very quickly switch to inters. So I'm just going to go it straight out on inters. Yeah, fun fact, when I was learning German at school, the teacher who taught me also taught my mother German when she was at school.
Something seems wrong.
Yeah, we're looking at it, mate. What's going on? Stand by.
Hey, Toby.
And how's the car?
I shouldn't have moved the toe. I should have left it where it was. Okay, well that's an easy fix. Both our cars are effectively fully ready. There we go. Practice done for us. Got through without any real drama. I need to try to get put that back. There we go. Already pretty close to the book. But I'll put it in. So it's another 8. 15.5. 8.2. 2.7. There we go. Nice little list of setups for Marina Bay now.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Executing the perfect qualifying lap around Singapore comes down to absolute precision. The circuit needs high downforce and a good suspension to maximize grip on the bumpy street surface. Neither of the team's drivers have brought home many points so far, so they'll be looking to change that as soon as possible to prove their worth on track.
And it's almost time for qualifying. You won't want to miss that.
And it is going to be a soggy quali. Let's see, inters. So, just soggy, not drenched. I'm going to go with the 83% engine for this one, for Mr. Lawson. We'll stick with that ERS unit. We'll give him that gearbox. That's him good to go. For Oscar, I'm going to play it just in case it's a while, or maybe until I can get the new engine. We'll go with the 64%. See how he does in practice one. Sorry, quali one. I might have to switch it to the other engine. Let's send them out.
Focus on our tyres and our brakes.
Ooh, I wonder if anyone's going to come out and dry. No, everyone's coming out on inters. Okay. I'm still looking at the water level thinking, it's close to the crossover. But if it's starting to creep back up again, so we definitely made the right choice. Everyone's flooding out as well. Track is going to get a fair bit wetter, but it is going to dry up at the end. So I don't know if we can get two runs in before it dries up. I think what I'll do is I'll just do a double run on slicks at the end. I've only had a day, an afternoon in Germany. Well, no, it was a day. I went on holiday to the Czech Republic when I was 14, 15. Had a couple of days in Prague. Went to Dresden in Germany for the day. I forget whereabouts in the Czech Republic we were. But say Prague was a little visit.
Get ready and go.
But I went trabby hunting. I don't even know if there are many Trabants still around anymore. But there were a lot of them back when I went. I saw one that was a little pimped. It was painted in gloss black with flames on it, which made me chuckle. That was nearly 30 years ago now. Yeah, about 30 years ago. Here comes the bigger water. 134.1 for Lawson. About half a second difference for Oscar. Not surprising to see that much of a gap. A, Oscar's running a less powerful engine, and B,
That's a good lap.
there's a lot of braking on this circuit, and Lawson has about 4 points on Oscar when it comes to braking. But it's not a bad... Well, actually, no, it's not a great opening time, is it? Hopefully we can do better in the dry. Prague was very beautiful. The architecture there is fantastic.
Focus on tires and brakes.
Okay. So focus on your tyres and brakes.
Okay.
Want to get past Bottas here.
Push on 2 steps harder.
Copy.
Overtake button.
Copy that.
Yeah, look at that. Oscar's tyres aren't warm at all compared to Lawson's. That's why he's been struggling in quali. Look at that. 10 degrees cooler. That's why he's been struggling in these single lap runs. He's just not warming his tyres up. I'm kind of glad that we picked that up.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Okay, copy.
So slow.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Push the tyres.
Copy. Now we can push 1 step more on tires.
Okay, copy.
Use and deploy when you can.
Alright then, second flying lap. And I don't have a hope in hell in getting pole here, Derek. I just don't have the performance in the car in the critical areas on this circuit.
Richard John.
Copy.
Need to
There we
focus
go.
on getting the pack up.
That's our qualifying
Copy.
done. Now it's a question of have we set a quick enough time to get our drivers through. Claire's going to get through. Look at that Albon. Yeah. Okay, so it's all down to Ocon. And he knocks out Piastri. But we did manage to get one car through. Alright, back to the wet rain. Let's go with those inters. It's a brand new. We'll go with a brand new set. It's it's wet only today. It's going to be dry on the race day, so don't need to worry about saving tyres. It's all going to be in this opening 5 minutes. That's going to determine the running order.
Copy that.
So why isn't Piastri warming his tyres up properly? That's something that was supposed to have been fixed. For the most part it has been fixed, but for some reason, yeah, it's just not working with Oscar. Which explains why his qualifying has been so poor against Lawson's recently. I don't think it's down to driver aggression. Maybe it is. I don't know. Clear 2 laps worth of running here.
Track is clear. Okay, let's go.
There's a few cars bunched up there, so that might hurt some people's flying laps, depending on who they're stuck behind. If we'd been able to get both cars through, we might have been able to capitalise on this changing weather and sneak at least one of our cars through into the next session, maybe even both. But fine margins knocking us out. 1:35.0. I'm going for another flying lap straight away. I should just about be able to get this done before the heavier rain hits. So if we can get some improvements on this lap, it'll stand us in good stead, because the rest of the cars will not get another run until the track gets a lot wetter. We are up in the first. Well, we are a long way off right now. A long way off. Sainz definitely got held up on his lap. That's going to hurt him. That's Sainz out, I think. Russell as well. I don't know if we can improve enough to get into the top 10, but if we can at least jump, you know, up a couple of places, that'll be nice. Wish I knew how much we're improving by. And here comes the heavier rain. We've got just about going to get the lap done. Might be a slower final sector. It is. We jumped Sainz just. But that's it. That's as good as we're going to get. It's now going to be much too wet to improve. So 14th and 16th. That's about pretty much what I expected, to be fair, going into this Grand Prix. Alonso does have a penalty. I don't know how big a penalty it is. So he might drop down enough places to promote one or both of our drivers. Then again, it might only be a 3-place penalty. And it all depends where he finishes in the next qualifying session as well. It's Max on pole from Leclerc. Then Perez, Ocon, Hamilton, Alonso in 16th with that penalty. It's 10 places. That means Oscar will start in 15th. Then Albon, Stroll, Zhou and Gasly. Both Williams in the top 10. That's not encouraging.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
The walls around Singapore force the cars close together, and even the best can waver in the tight spaces. Back in 2011, we saw Lewis Hamilton clip Felipe Massa as the two battled it out. There were certainly some words exchanged after that one, as I'm sure you recall. We're under clear skies here tonight, certainly to the team's relief. Now they can focus their strategy on pushing their cars as much as they can.
We should see some fascinating strategies applied today here at the Singapore Grand Prix.
All right then, strategy. We'll try the 2-stop, soft, medium, medium, just to give me a little bit more flexibility on where and when I can push the tyres. I'm going to put no extra fuel in for this circuit. Let's see what we can do. All right. Yeah, good to go.
Final checks are being carried out on the grid, and it won't be long until we get underway. And there's no doubting that Lance Stroll is prepared to put in the hard work.
They've got to drive a perfect race if they're going to fight up from P7 in this one.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? We're just moments away from the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
We can fight. Go.
So Alonso did drop back to 16th. Then he has snuck his way past Oscar. Sainz has got past Lawson as well. Nothing unexpected happening so far. Both the McLarens starting on the softs. I'm sorry, on the mediums, but they're pushing us pretty hard at the moment. It's time to turn the batteries on. See if we can hold them at bay, close back up the gaps in front. Need something disastrous to happen to Williams here today, because they've got good looking pace here, and the last thing I need, having just about closed the gap down to them to just 3 points, is for them to suddenly go off and score a boatload of points themselves and stretch that gap way up again. Breaking away from the cars in front, behind us a little bit.
We need to protect the front
Hanging on to the back of Sainz. Wow, Alonso's pushed through already. Past Sainz, chasing down Russell now.
We are P15. Sainz in front of you.
Piastri right behind you.
Norris has turned the wick up a bit as well. He's got back into range. Since I turned down the tyres. Our driver smoothness ratings, we can't afford to keep pushing them too hard for too long. Drivers to do anything silly like hit each other in a botched overtake move. I'm going to get Lawson to pick the pace up just a touch though.
We need to push harder on tyres, they are looking good now.
Copy.
Bring the pack up. Copy. Charge on. Charge on.
Okay, mate, copy.
Russell moves past Schumacher briefly. be all she wrote for us, moving, staying with the pack in front.
So we need to back off.
Yeah, copy that.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Well, this is the best we can do, pace-wise, on soft tyres. I'm not liking our chances on the mediums when everyone else is on softs. Ugh. And this is us pushing fuel as well. I think Oscar's got a bit more pace. I'm going to try switching him over.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Yeah. Recharge on.
Copy.
Come on.
Yeah. Copy.
Oh, did I see a crash? Sounded like I heard a little bit of contact somewhere. Maybe not.
Use energy.
Copy.
Let's see if we can get after Schumacher.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Alright, we're in range.
Save fuel.
Yeah. Use deploy as much as you can.
Copy.
Come on, fight him off, fight him off. Ah. That's Russell's favourite corner.
Tyres.
Okay.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
There we go, move done. There is a yellow flag.
Copy.
Let's have a look at that. And if we watch Magnussen... No! Why did
Just
they
cuts
go?
the corner.
And they might...
Is he running last?
Slow down.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, God damn. Norris is not giving up. You need to settle in for a long evening of scrapping at the back here, I think.
Energy if you need it. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
I'm really worried about what we're going to do against these medium runners when they switch over to softs. That's why I'm not really pushing the tyres, trying to pace the car, keep our rubber alive a little bit. Take the opportunity to try and squeeze some battery in the car. amazing the difference 24 hours makes when we were scrapping for 5th place in the closing stages of Monza, and now we're barely hanging on to 15th. Scrapping, you know, trying to scrap for 14th. Lawson's not even able to stay on the back of the cars in front.
Recharge.
Copy box.
Overtake button.
Copy.
Yeah, poor downforce, poor dirty air. Performance, poor acceleration. It's not a good combination for this circuit, it really isn't.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
Energy is available.
Copy.
Try and bolt away if all possible. Wasn't really the best part of the track to do it, but I'll try and do something. Again, Lawson's struggling to go with.
You can push harder.
Copy that.
Bring the pack up.
Ah, I ran out of battery, just the wrong point.
Okay, copy.
Can I throw it up the inside here though? No, he died back into the slipstream. All right, well at least we're back on the tail of the cars in front again.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Got a little bit of a gap to Norris, a couple of seconds.
Copy that.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
This Lawson's confidence is starting to recover, almost back up to starting levels now. And Norris is pushing, taking Schumacher with him, and Lawson can't keep pace.
overtake button.
Yeah, copy that.
Nice on Piastri already. Didn't take long. It's taken 2 seconds out of us in this lap. We'll take the position in a minute as well at this rate.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Still out of range. Oh, give up. Just have to see if he can hold off
We need to
Sonoda
protect the front
without the
tires.
DRS.
Okay, mate, copy.
Some good solid defending so far from Oscar, but he can only keep that up so long. Might be able to hold him off if we've got the DRS. Got the inside line. DRS opens. Even with the DRS open, it's still dragged us. Right, Stroll into the pits. First of the soft runners to box. It's such a slow pit lane here. It's gone soft again, so is this a soft hard?
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
We'll go charge on.
Copy.
Push the tyres now.
Yeah, copy.
I'm going to box Oscar
Focus forward.
next lap, and then Lawson the lap after.
Charge on, charge on.
Okay, copy.
God, Lawson's getting picked off by everybody.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah, copy.
Box.
Missed the DRS again.
And we need charge on.
Copy.
Can't afford to get passed by Schumacher here. I'll keep Oscar's confidence as high as possible.
No saving required.
Copy.
Just missed the DRS again. At least we held him off.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy. Use anti-deploy as much as you can.
Yeah, copy.
Oscar, pull in. Copy that.
Ah, this pit lane's so slow. God, Stroll just jumped us. His confidence in the toilet now. Not a good stop either, 2.7 seconds. Clean, but slow.
Clear on exit. Yeah, take it easy.
Copy. Stay close to the car in front.
I'm going to try something a little bit different with Lawson.
Box, box.
Copy, box.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Yeah, copy, copy.
So, more cars into the pits. Both the Ferraris are in. Sainz has gone for soft tyres. Hamilton's gone hard. Soft for Sainz. So both Ferraris going soft, hard. Hamilton maybe going soft, hard, soft. Is what I'm trying to do with Lawson here.
Need to look after the tyres.
Yeah.
That's about to stop. 2.5. Well, 2.6.
Track is clear.
Charge on, charge on.
Get these tyres warmed up quickly. And now we've got a long period of time where we're just driving around. There's no one near us. But I'm hopeful we can at least undercut some of those cars that we were scrapping with. If not with both drivers, and certainly with Oscar. Albon into the pits. Needs something horrible to happen to Williams tonight, because they're looking pretty good. Joe in 6th place right now, having already stopped. I think he's already stopped. No, he hasn't stopped yet. Another set of softs for Albon. Mediums for Hulkenberg.
So we need to back off.
Okay, copy.
Alright, let's keep an eye on some of the action a little further up. So, Norris is who we were scrapping with a moment ago. He is 3 seconds clear of Yuki, who has now broken his way through into the front of this chasing pack. Stroll still being held up. So this is not helping Stroll's cause. Leclerc right behind Bottas. That's right on board with Leclerc as he squeezes up the inside there. Bottas not giving it up just yet, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop the Ferrari here. Both Alpines are in at the same time. This could be fun. That's a good double stop. Russell's in now. Have we managed to undercut Russell? I don't think we have. Have we at least closed the gap to him? Not really. Okay. At least we're still ahead of Magnussen. Now running in second place, but he's 19 seconds off the back of Perez. And there goes Leclerc up the inside of Yuki. Alright, Schumacher's in. And we were fighting with Schumacher. Please tell me we've been able to we're able to get back out in front of him. Oh, slow stop. Clean but slow. We are through. Comfortably through. Can Lawson get him actually? This is going to be tight. There is Schumacher. Let's get on him.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Copy that.
Use energy now.
Copy.
We can put a bit of energy on tires.
Copy.
Into the free race so far. 22 laps down, not a single yellow flag. Well, no, tell a lie. We had that one yellow flag where Magnussen just slightly cut the corner. But no real issues. No spins, no crashes, no lockups. Bottas is in now. Oscar should be able to get out in front of him. And does. Oh, that was close. That was very close. We just got out in front of him. But he's on soft tyre, so he'll probably pick us off pretty quickly. Still can't get onto the back of Schumacher.
We've got no energy, no energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Right, we've just about made it into the 1 second range, but now we're out of battery. We're probably going to drop out of it again.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Need that DRS to protect us from Valtteri. Magnussen's hunting us down as well. This hard tyre's not really working out for Lawson. Might have to switch him back onto mediums instead of going onto the soft and just get him off these tyres a bit sooner. Let's look at the alternate strategy. Quicker, and it means I can just leave these tyres on this push level, which will make the strategy even quicker. Yeah, we'll do that. It has not worked, that gamble. There's no pace at all on those hard tyres. Thought I might be a little bit quicker than that, but I thought maybe a little rousing stint on softs at the end might work. It hasn't. Knew it would be painful, but just watching it unfold like this is hard. Both of the McLarens are in. Come on, Norris, have a really bad stop, which is going to hold up Yuki. Ugh. Clean stops for both. Pretty quick stop for Yuki as well. Oscar's through. Well, at least Lawson has just about managed to get out in front. Oh, again, so close there. That was there contact with Valtteri there. He's dropped way off the pace. He was right there, and he had to take avoiding action, and it's cost him, well, about a second and a half. And now he's been picked off by Magnussen, almost. He still might get picked off by Magnussen. Yuki doing the dirty on Valtteri there. Lawson seems to be a bit more comfortable on that tyre push. He's still not quick, but at least he's comfortable.
Recharge on.
Zhou finding boxes.
Okay.
Norris right behind us. And on soft as well. He's going to get straight past us, and I doubt we'll be able to stay with him. We have got out ahead of Zhou. Oh, hello. We've got some drama at last.
Now look, here we head into turn 2.
No,
And
just
wide
Magnussen
they
cutting
go,
corners
leaving
again.
the racing line. They've got to...
Charge on. Charge on.
Yeah, copy that.
There's the inevitable pass. Try and stay with him if we can.
Charge on.
Copy.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Yeah, just got no no response to those new softs.
Big lift now.
Copy.
Lawson has dropped off. I wonder if we can hold back Yuki for a bit. Play a sort of a distant rear gunner for Oscar now. Schumacher's tough show. Good on you, Mick.
Now, by the looks of things, we're at turn 15 now. The opportunity
Yeah,
begging
sitting
to
duck.
be taken.
Lift now.
Copy.
We can push more.
Yeah. Copy.
Close back up towards Norris. Let's take a look at tyres. Yeah, we're going to be up against it for a little while Norris and Zhou have still got plenty of life in their tyres. Lawson's got no chance of keeping up with Yuki. I don't think. This is the sobering reality of just how wishy-washy our car is. It flip-flops from good to bad depending on
Bring the pack up.
the track that we're at. Lowe has caught us.
Do some
And he's
coast.
brought Schumacher and Tsunoda along for the ride. We could see Oscar lose a few places in quick order here.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Yeah.
And that's it. Zhou's gone. Schumacher and Tsunoda have dropped back a little bit. However, briefly. Right then, so let's see. Everyone's stopped once. And everyone's going to stop again. Obviously onto different tyres depending on their strategy. Max and Perez looking good in terms of tyre life. I think Max has got this one sewn up. Perez is stuck at the moment behind Hamilton and Alonso, so that's probably going to kill any chance he has of fighting Max for the win here. So he's just getting boxed in, no way of punching through at the moment. Oscar's just been passed. And Schumacher's right there. I need to at least finish in the top 15 tonight with one car. Otherwise that streak that I've just started will turn out to be an expensive error. New fastest lap for Norris. Where's that pace come from? Lawson battling it out with Valtteri here. He's close back up to Oscar. It's partly because Oscar keeps getting overtaken, but also he seems to be finding a decent bit of pace with his tyres on that level of push, and they're not wearing out as quick as I thought they would either. I'm wondering whether maybe I'll do that with Oscar on his second stint. So his second stop is actually put him on hard tyres on this level of push. They do seem to be a little bit more durable like this than the mediums. And similar kind of pace. So maybe that's way to go. I don't really think it matters, to be honest, to be fair. We have no pace here at all tonight. I don't want to DNF the cars, because that will certainly hurt us with the board. Even a poor finish is better than no finish at all. I had hoped for a little bit more performance than this. And we're at half distance, and again, no yellow flags of any significance. Magnussen has cut a corner twice, that's it. No spins, no crashes, no lockups, no VSC, no safety car. At least Joe has dropped way out of the points. Got Albon up in 8th still. Sainz all over the back of him. Check lap times. It's not like I'm quick. I think Joe's on a push lap at the moment. No, sorry, Albon. And Sainz boxes. Oh, interesting. He boxed early. So this is going to be, I'm guessing, hard tyres to the end. Stroll's going to be in at the end of this lap, I'm almost certain of that. 33% left on these tyres now. Perez has got through to 3rd. So he has punched through past Hamilton and Alonso, which he very much needed to do. He's right on the back of Leclerc as well. Probably nab him right here in this DRS zone. Yep, there we go, that's the move. Through. Oh wow, Stroll stayed out. His teammate's about to jump in now. No pace left in those tyres at all, and he stayed out. And Alonso's got him. Valtteri gets past. I might have to go with a set of softs for Oscar just to have any chance of getting up to P15. I don't think I'm going to have the pace on the mediums. I'm just going to have to be really careful, protect them as long as I can. It's really depressing to see how slow we are considering how fast we were last night. Such a wild swing in our fortunes. As I said at the beginning of the stream and last night, I said I knew that this would be a tough race for us, but damn, this is ridiculous. As Stroll finally boxes. To the end.
Use energy.
Yeah. Copy.
We can at least get back in front of the Alfa Romeos. got past one of them, not the other one.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy. And charge on, charge on.
Okay, mate, copy.
And that's Leclerc in for a new set of boots. Oh, slow stop. Leclerc's come out in a big gaggle of cars there. Joe, Hulkenberg, Stroll, all right in front of them. And I don't think anyone's going to pit for a little while. Max will be boxing soon. I get the feeling Max might stretch his tyres a little bit and try and go for mediums. Sights is past Sonoda. Or is this a corner cut, or is this an actual issue?
Let's see what happened there. Now this was at turn 1. And they just
It's
can't
a corner
keep on the
cut,
track.
but
And you really
it
can't
has
do
cost
that
him
too often
5
with these
places.
cars.
Ooh. Wow. Not good.
Charge is good.
Copy.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Right, Albon into the pits. Come on, have a horrendously bad stop here. It's not great. It's not horrendous.
Charge off.
Okay, copy.
Winter.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Ooh, Valtteri's box. Okay, what tyres is he going on to? Going to be mediums? Oh, both of them are boxing. Hard tyres and a terrible stop. And now mediums for Mick.
Do everything you can, mate. Box.
Copy. Box.
Push flat out as much as you can.
Copy.
Box.
Copy, box.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah.
Okay then, we're going to see if we can capitalise on that horrible pit stop for Alfa Romeo there.
Oscar pit line.
Yeah, copy that.
.5, that's not bad. It's going to be tight on exit here. Fifth fastest stop, really.
Use energy.
Copy.
I reckon I could probably squeeze another lap out of these tyres. So we'll delay the stop another lap.
Box.
Copy, box.
Back off now.
Copy.
And I've got the gap I needed over Valtteri, so now we're into protecting the tyres for the rest of the stint. A few cars in front that are looking to box soon. Which is good, because we need some guys to box.
focus on bringing the pack back up.
This is going to be very tight with Magnussen and Bottas. I'm not sure I'm going to get out in front of them. It's not bad. Slightly slower than his first stop. There goes Oscar. There's Magnussen and Bottas. That's worked out quite nicely actually, because it's put us right on the back of them with DRS.
Copy.
Yeah, if we were going to come out behind of them, we wanted to come out in DRS range, because now it gives us the chance to go straight on the attack.
We leave it to you.
Copy.
One down.
Recharge on.
Copy that.
And small lift off to the tires.
Yeah, copy.
So you're good to push on tyres?
Yeah.
Let Magnussen get to DRS line first,
Copy.
and now we'll sprint.
Overtake button.
Copy.
There we go. Beautiful stuff.
Charge on it.
And this way, theoretically, what I should be able to do is have the driver with the higher confidence and the fresher tyres at the front. The driver behind can now look after the tyres, and the temperature will stay in them and stop them from becoming too slow because of the dirty air. In theory. Not a guarantee. We're running 14th and 15th. We need to hold these positions if we can. Well, at least hold one of them in the top 15. Ideally in the top 14. I think, no, yeah, top 14. That's what I said. So, Oscar is playing rear gunner now for Lawson. And then they might switch over again later if Lawson's tyres end up in worse shape than Oscar's, which is a possibility.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
So this is what I was aiming for. tonight was both cars in the top 15, so this is what I'm desperately going to try and hold on to. It's really not worked out for Zhou tonight, has it? He's down in 19th place after his new pit stop. He is going to fight his way through. He's on softs as well. I need Bottas to do a really solid job of holding everybody up now.
No saving required.
Copy.
So after a pretty horrible first stint and even worse middle stint, we're kind of back on track a little bit here for the final stint. But we've still got a lot of work to do to make this work. Ooh, hello, yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag now.
Actually got a crash. Oh, it's Sainz and Alonso. A little bit of damage to Sainz's car. That's going to open the door, unfortunately, for Albon at some point, I think. Which is more points for Williams. It's not what I wanted. Bottas is in the train.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
No penalties, racing incident. He's on a push, trying to find his way past us.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy.
we can push more.
Yeah.
Need to get that temperature back into Oscar's tyres again. The closer he follows, the quicker the temp will go up. New fastest lap for Alonso, 1:28.6. Yeah, that's 3 seconds a lap faster than we're doing right now. Let's switch places again.
Do your best.
Copy.
Don't overtake.
Try and push the pace a little bit. Use of Oscar's battery. And then switch him back again so we can look after Oscar's tyres again. Having to really think tactically with our driver positioning. Try and maintain our gap to the cars behind. Joe, so we need to hold off.
We need left and coast.
Copy.
If I judge that right, Oscar should get the DRS. No, Lawson got it. Shit.
Used energy.
Copy. Recharge on.
Copy.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
No more overtake.
Yeah, copy.
Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy that.
Back off now.
Copy. Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
He's going to get me. He's going to get me.
Use and deploy when you can.
Okay, copy.
Keep looking after these tyres.
Yeah. Charge on.
Okay.
Back off.
Oh, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Overtake button.
Copy.
He's just not giving it up. He's using his battery as well, I think. Alright, we'll just have to hold pace. Oh, Hamilton's in the pits.
Charge on.
That's a late stop for him. New soft tyres. He's going to be very quick, but I don't think he's going to be quick enough to get in the points. He's a long way off the points at the moment. Yeah, that's it for Hamilton, I think. 11th might be the best he can do.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
Right, what is Joe's tyres looking like? Ah, okay, so we are actually in decent shape. If we can stay in range of Joe, we can try and jump him at the end. Get that 14th place back. Need that for the sponsors.
Charge on, charge on.
Yeah, copy that.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah.
push a bit more.
Copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy. We need to protect the front tires.
Okay, copy.
Back off now.
Copy.
So take it easy.
Copy. Change off.
Yeah, copy.
Let's push now. The tires is good.
Okay, man, copy.
So we need to back off.
Copy, box.
We're good to push.
Copy. Six laps to go.
Copy.
We can push one step more.
Copy that.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Five laps to go. Slow down.
Copy.
And one click overtake available.
Copy.
Let's try everything we can.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
I am muted. I don't know how long I've been muted. Not said anything for the last couple of minutes, but if you haven't heard me say anything for about 10 minutes or so, then yeah, I've been muted for a while. Quite a while, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I was saying I'm pleased with the job that Oscar's done tonight. You know, he's performed his role beautifully. He's kept Lawson in with the chance of getting into the top 14 for the sponsors, which is about all I could really ask of the team tonight. There is Oscar getting past, unfortunately. He's still got some battery to play about with. Let's give it a squirt.
You can use energy. Copy.
And trying to protect Lawson's tyres as much as possible. I'm happy to stay behind Joe at the moment. Trying to burn out Hülkenberg's tyres by making him run in our dirty air. And we have brought his tyres right down to comparable levels to us now, which is good. And we have better tyres than Joe, just. Plus we have a full battery.
Three laps to go.
Oscar back at the front of Valtteri.
Left and coast. Copy. So take it easy in the fast corners.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Hamilton has pushed himself up to a point where he can actually get to the points. I don't think he'd be able to do that.
No energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah.
Poetic button.
Okay.
Right, who got the DRS? Damn it, it was Joe.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
On tires, we are good to push one step more.
Alright, let's get this move done now.
We leave it to you.
Copy.
And this is last lap.
Well, I get the move done here.
Max Verstappen.
Got a yellow flag.
Line, and today's winner.
Yuki running wide. It's not going to help us. Alright, we've got the move done. Now we just got to stay ahead. This will please the sponsors. We did say 14th for 5 races. This is the first of those. And already we've almost got the 1 second. Managed to hold just enough tyre back to be able to break away like this. In the end, it's a comfortable breakaway, and Hulkenberg gets past Joe as well. Albon in the end drops to 8th place, so that cancels out the 4 points that we picked up at Monza. So the gap goes back up to 7, but at least it's not 6th place, which would have been 8 points. We can be pleased with that. 14th and 17th. I knew it'd be painful, this race, but
That's a really miserable day for Oscar Piastri.
at least we did what we needed to do
I
with the
think
sponsors.
most people expected them to really deliver here, but it's a disappointing finish outside the points.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
Win number 11.
Another win this year, and you know what? I wonder if they've lost count by now.
And you've got to think that Singapore will be buzzing now for many hours to come. And down there in the AlphaTauri garage, Karoo, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And a big thanks to you all for joining us this weekend here in Singapore.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
Suzuka might be beneficial for us. Let's take a look at the final results. We've skipped through there. Max gets the win ahead of Checo. Look at that for Alonso, up 13 places and got the fastest lap as well. A great afternoon for him. He's going to be moving himself up the Drivers' Championship ladder, I would imagine. Or at least certainly stretching away from Charles Leclerc. Stroll up 3 places as well, so a good race for Aston Martin. They are solidifying themselves in 3rd place. It's a bad weekend for Ferrari. 5th place and 9th place. Even though Sainz gained 5 places, it's still a poor result for him. Hamilton in the end did actually manage to get into the points. I thought with that late stop with just 10 laps to go, I thought he might be leaving it a bit too late, but he managed to get through. And Russell in the end drops out of the points entirely down to 12th. Good race for Norris, up 7 places. Yuki up 4 as well. Zhou, as I've said, disappointing race for him, down 8 places in the end, but that's good news for us. Limits the damage in the Constructors' Championship, and Mick looked like a bit of a threat at one point in the race, and in the end dropping 10 places. Not quite sure what went wrong for him, outside of being held up behind Valtteri in the pits for a long time on that second stop. In the Drivers' Championship, they see Max stretching his already big lead over Checo. It's not done and dusted. Checo's been knocking in the podiums pretty consistently, but you know, that's a 68-point gap. That's going to be hard to overcome with the remaining races that we have. Alonso now stretching his lead over Leclerc to 11 points. Stroll moves ahead of Russell into 5th place. There's Albon jumping ahead of his teammates with those 4 points there. Lawson stays 15th, Oscar in 16th. In the Constructors' Championship, another 43 points for Red Bull. They're picking up 1-2s on a frightening consistency at the moment. You can see there 15 wins out of 16 races. That's pretty damn impressive, and they've been on the podium for all 16 races. Ferrari losing yet more points to Aston Martin. It looks like they are going to be in contention for third only at this rate, unless they can pull out some big upgrades in the next few races. Mercedes still hanging in there, but they're kind of in the middle of no man's land at the moment. Now, I think they're too far away to challenge Ferrari. They've certainly got a nice little healthy lead over Alpine, but if Alpine keep picking up points like that and Mercedes keep dropping points like that, maybe 4th is going to be up for grabs for the French outfit. Who knows? Williams, with those 4 points, now stretched their lead over us to 7, which is frustrating, and still no points for Haas or Alfa Romeo. In the pit stop challenge, let's see, we got 7th and 10th, so we lose out big points to Red Bull, but we do get both cars in there, so 7 points for us means that we lose another 30 to Red Bull. McLaren do eat into our lead a little bit, but we're 102 points clear. So at the moment we're looking pretty good there. And let's see, with the sponsors, we didn't get the finish position incentive, but that was highly unlikely we were going to get that one anyway. No penalty for that. We did get 1 car into Q2. And then with the guarantees, we got 1 car in the top 15, and we kept our streak alive as well. So 2.8 mil, that's not too bad. All right, let's have a quick look at car part development. Ferrari wants to know if we're looking at any upgrades. Let's have a look. We have got our new chassis on the way. I'm going to extend that to 2 of those now. Suzuka's 4 days away. We'll get 1 chassis for Suzuka. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and make 3 or 4 of those. 4. We're not going to be making another chassis now at this point of the season. We've got a spare underfloor on the way. Suspension project will be a while yet. I can get another project here done. Got no hours to play about with, but do I go with 1 final underfloor? It's not really going to give me much, is it? I think we'd be probably better off, rather than spending the money on that, actually just doing some research for next season. Yeah, let's get an underfloor. No, let's see what's going to be affected. Chassis, rear wing, underfloor. Let's get another chassis project done. That's got cooling and airflow. There we go. Let's get 3 engineers on that. Do I need to manufacture any more parts? Rear wings. I need more rear wings. There we go. Alright, well, that is where we're going to end it for tonight, because I'm absolutely bursting for the loo. I will be back tomorrow on Christmas Day, because I'm a masochist. But yes, I'll be back at 7 o'clock in the evening tomorrow. If I don't see you then, I understand. You know, it is Christmas. If you're spending time with your families, then I'll be miserable, but I understand. I hope to see you tomorrow. If not, have a good Christmas, have a happy holiday, whatever you're celebrating. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you with some more F1 Manager very soon.